Melissa Dougherty's Happy Lies, How a Movement You Probably Never Heard of Shaped Our Self-Obsessed World, is a sharp investigative exploration of how subtle cultural and spiritual movements have reshaped modern society's obsession with self. Dougherty, known for her work in apologetics and cultural critique, traces the roots of self-help ideologies, New Age spirituality, and therapeutic culture, showing how they converge to create a worldview centered on personal happiness, self-fulfillment, and individual autonomy, often at the expense of truth, community, and deeper meaning. The book begins by identifying the movement behind the happy lies. Dougherty argues that much of contemporary self-obsession can be traced to the rise of New Thought and New Age philosophies in the 19th and 20th centuries. These movements emphasize the power of the mind, positive thinking, and the belief that individuals could manifest reality through intention. While seemingly harmless, these ideas seeped into mainstream culture, influencing psychology, self-help literature, and even religious practices. Dougherty insists that the result is a society where personal happiness is treated as the highest good, and where truth is often subordinated to feelings. A major theme is the commodification of happiness. Dougherty explains how industries, from publishing to wellness to social media, capitalize on people's desire for fulfillment. Self-help gurus, motivational speakers, and influencers sell formulas for happiness, often promising quick fixes or secret knowledge. These promises, she argues, are happy lies, appealing narratives that rarely deliver lasting transformation. Instead, they perpetuate cycles of dissatisfaction as individuals chase ever-shifting ideals of success, beauty, and happiness. Dougherty also critiques the therapeutic culture that emerged in the late 20th century. While acknowledging the value of therapy, she warns that the cultural obsession with self-analysis and self-expression can foster narcissism. When every problem is reframed as a matter of self-esteem and every solution as self-care, individuals may neglect responsibility, community, and objective truth. Dougherty argues that this therapeutic lens has infiltrated education, religion, and politics, shaping a society where feelings often override facts. Another theme is the impact on spirituality. Dougherty explores how New Age and self-help ideologies have influenced religious practices, particularly within Christianity. She critiques the blending of biblical language with self-help principles, where faith is reframed as a tool for personal success rather than surrender to God. She warns against prosperity gospel teachings and manifestation practices that promise divine blessings in exchange for positive thinking. These distortions, she argues, reduce spirituality to self-centered pursuit rather than transcendent truth. The book also examines the psychological consequences of happy lies. Dougherty notes that while self-help culture promises empowerment, it often leaves people more anxious and insecure. The constant pressure to optimize oneself, to be happier, healthier, more successful, creates unrealistic expectations. Social media amplifies this pressure, presenting curated images of perfection that fuel comparison and dissatisfaction. Dougherty argues that the pursuit of happiness, when detached from truth and community, becomes a treadmill of endless striving. Importantly, Dougherty does not dismiss the desire for happiness as illegitimate. She acknowledges that humans naturally seek joy and fulfillment. Her critique is that the cultural movement she describes has distorted this desire, turning it into an idol. By elevating happiness above truth, morality, and responsibility, society has created a self-obsessed world where individuals are perpetually dissatisfied. Dougherty offers a counter-vision rooted in truth and transcendence. She argues that real fulfillment comes not from chasing happiness, but from aligning with reality, spiritual, moral, and relational. She emphasizes the importance of community, responsibility, and faith as anchors that ground individuals beyond the shifting sands of self-help culture. True joy, she insists, is not in self-obsession but in self-forgetfulness, living for something greater than oneself. Stylistically, Dougherty writes with clarity and conviction. Her tone is both analytical and pastoral, blending cultural critique with spiritual insight. She draws on history, psychology, and theology, weaving them into a narrative that is both intellectually rigorous and emotionally resonant. Her use of personal anecdotes and contemporary examples makes the book relatable, while her sharp analysis challenges readers to rethink assumptions. Ultimately, Happy Lies is a wake-up call. It exposes the hidden movement that shaped modern self-obsession, critiques the lies that fuel dissatisfaction, and points towards a path of truth, community, and transcendence. Dougherty's message is clear. Happiness is not found in self-obsession, but in living for something greater.